Hi, in this video training of PHP, we will be learning about PHP syntax and comments. A PHP script is executed on the server and the plain HTML result is sent back to the browser. Basic PHP syntax can be placed anywhere in the document. A PHP script starts with the PHP and ends with a question mark greater than tag. The default file extension for PHP files is .php. A PHP file normally contains HTML tags and some PHP scripting code. Below we have an example of a simple PHP file with a PHP script that uses a built-in function echo to output the text hello world on a web page. So let's look at this example. This is an HTML page with the PHP code. So let's create a project file for this video training and call it PHP syntax.php, and going to use HTML close, and we have the body and we have the h1 tag. You can say my first PHP page, and I'm going to say hello world using the PHP code. So basically this is the PHP code inside the HTML code. And the PHP, do note that the PHP statements always end with the semicolon. Save the file and let's run it in the browser. Okay, if you go to this URL on your local host, and you can see we have the file php syntax.php that we created just now. Just click on it. You see we have got my first PHP page and it says hello world. So this is our first PHP page that we have created. Okay, in PHP keywords, if, else, while, echo, etc. classes, functions and user defined functions are not case sensitive. In the code below are three echo statements below are equal and legal. So let's see if we can just copy here, and so let's say if we make it all caps and make it like this and keep the small, go to the page, we run the program, we have got echo hello world. Okay, let's make it caps and copy this and go and cho, save the file, go to the browser. You see we have got hello world 3 times, but it doesn't matter if we make it caps, smaller, or in any other case. However, all variable names are case sensitive. So let's look at the code below. Only the first statement will display the value of the color variable. This is because color, caps color, and mix type are treated as 3 different variables. So let's look at this example. I'm going to save this file, PHP syntax, and I'm going to create a new file. I'm going to call it PHP variable. Let's call it PHP syntax 2.php. Okay, I'm going to copy this from here and here, and let's say we have a variable color equals red, and I'm going to echo my car is, and I'm going to say color, and I'm going to add a break tag, so the next statement appears in the next line. And my house, I'm going to say caps color, and the third thing I'm going to say is my boat, and we say ULR. Okay, now let's run this program in the browser, and it's 2, I think. Yeah. Okay, you see it says my car is red, my house is empty, my boat is empty, because PHP treats the variables differently as per their case sensitivity. So variables are case sensitive in PHP, so you need to be careful about them and using them. Okay, now let's look at PHP comments. A comment in PHP code is a line that is not executed as a part of the program. Its only purpose is to be read by someone who is looking at the code. Comments can be used to let others understand your code, remind yourself of what you did. Most programmers have experienced coming back to their own work a year or two later and having to refigure out what they did. Comments can remind you of what you were thinking when you wrote the code. PHP supports several ways of commenting. Let's look at syntax for single line comments. So I'm going to create a project file for this, and let's call it PHP Comments single.php. Let's copy it here, and okay. And say this is a single line comment. This is also a single line comment. So this is how you mention the single line comments. Now let's look at syntax for multi-line comments. To set multi-line comments, you can use / static, and at the end you can close the multi-line comments by writing static and /. So this is a multi-line comment. Okay, and it closes here. So you can see we have both single line comments and the multi-line comments. The syntax is a bit different for both of these. Okay, using comments to leave out parts of the code. You can also comment out to leave some parts of the code within line. So this can also be done in PHP. I'm going to copy this here. Okay, and we are going to write a piece of code. Let's say x equals 5 plus 15 plus 5. Now let's say you just want to comment the plus 15 out of the line. You can do it here like this. So it will be 5 plus 5, and this part will be left out because this will be considered as a PHP comment. I hope that you have understood the concept of PHP syntax and PHP comments. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time with a new topic in PHP.